And right before she talks, he does the whole finger on the mouth.
No. Shh. And it's like, yeah.
And then pushes her away.
And she's like, I don't know what just happened to me.
Like that? What the fuck?
So then he gets it. Yeah, this is when he gets back in the limo and he starts driving and he sees her and he's just like looking at her just like longingly as the music again plays and he just sort of reaches out and goes, goodbye, my love, bang! And he smashes into another car, airbag blows out.
Oh, you mean the balloon?
Yes.
Because that was not an airbag, that's a balloon.
Because there's nothing funnier than Jim Carrey dealing with an airbag, so that's what happened. And she sees it and it's like, okay, and then she takes her briefcase that she has and puts it down and then walks away. He notices this and it's like, oh my god, you've left your briefcase, oh my god. And he goes to try and get out and like, this is when he starts fighting with the fucking, the airbag and he's got to get out or whatever. And then we cut to...
The henchmen.
JP
and Joe.
Yeah, who are about to collect the briefcase and...
They mention it's money, right?
Yeah,
like it's ransom money.
Yeah, they mention... I think they do. Or no, they don't yet. Not yet.
No.
I think it's when we get the plot.
And he come like sliding in
parkour
style in between
like,
them.
There it is. It's exactly what it should be. And then he's just... All you hear is, gangway! And he comes sliding in, grabs it, and runs. And they're like, what the hell just happened? As he runs away. He's like, move it or lose it, sister. And he keeps running. And then he gets to the fucking airway. And he just goes... And then he gets stopped. He's like, sir, you can't go in there. He goes, relax, I'm a limo driver.
Produces his license and then runs off
the jetway.
Because the plane is gone. Mm-hmm. And we get the patented, I think 3 weeks in a row. And like in the same rough pose on the ground.
And by the way, he does this again in a movie I'm sure we'll get to eventually, Liar Liar. He does the exact same thing.
And we get the flight going, ooh.
Yeah.
So Harry and Lloyd get home and they live in a fucking, basically a shithole.
Yeah.
You know, and Lloyd gets fired because he's like, you fell off the jetway.
He's like, I fell off the jetway again. Oh, yeah.
It happens.
And he goes, oh, I got fired again. Turns out they don't like it when you leave the scene of an accident. And then Harry just goes, yeah, I got fired too. And then Lloyd looks at him and goes, you are one pathetic loser. Like, wait, what?
So he's going out to buy some stuff.
Well, not yet. No, this is after, like, the two of them show up.
Oh, right.
The henchmen show up, and he just goes, oh, fuck, who are they? And he goes, oh, God, did you pay the gas bill? And he goes, ooh, I forgot. He goes, damn it, which we do. Let's run. Okay, and then they run out. And then they go, and then they come back. It's nighttime now.
Well, they're looking for jobs.
And they go, it's like looking for jobs. Like, I can't believe there's no jobs in the city. Yeah, unless you want to work 40 hours a week.
Because they're dumb,
yeah, they don't get it. So then they go in, and this is where Lloyd goes out to get just the essentials, because it's the last of their money.
Well, they find Petey dead.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, he finds him after, when he comes home.
No,
he does. Because he asks Harry why he's so upset after he comes home without the...
No, but we see Joe kill the bird. Oh, yeah, sorry,
Joe killed the bird, but he doesn't see him until after we see Lloyd come home.
He's just like, yeah, I'll get just the bare essentials. Cut to him. Cartoonishly large cowboy hat. 24 cores. Another 24 cores, I think.
Yes.
With,
he's got one of those,
sort of like
the paddle ball. He's got one of those paddle ball things and a couple pinwheels. This is the essentials. Like,
what the fuck? First off, how much money did you have? Because that's a lot.
That's not cheap. But to be fair, Harry did send him out for booze.
Yeah.
He does mention that when he comes back. So then he ends up at one of those pay newspaper things. Now, kids, well, we still have those, I guess. So
yeah, 94.
Yeah, and he sees what was it?
Fucking Rhode Island
sluts.
And I'm like, did they have this? Like, just
they might have
straight smut magazines.
They might have in the U.S.
Yeah,
we didn't have it here.
Because I'm like thinking, like, we didn't have no smut magazines just ready for purchase on the street.
No, we did not have.
We just had the paper.
Yeah. Yeah, we had newspapers.
And he looks around, and he's just got his devilish smile on his... So he puts the stuff down.
No, he doesn't put the stuff down. That's the problem.
He doesn't put the stuff down. He rustles with the change out of his wallet. Mm-hmm. He grabs a copy of Rhode Island Slut.
And then leaves his wallet in the thing that's now locked.
So old lady rolls up on him.
He's like, excuse me, ma'am, can you change $1? No, I'm sorry, I can't. Oh, well, can you wait here and watch my stuff while I go change it? She goes, okay. He goes, wow. Turns out old people do have a purpose.
despite them being poor drivers. And then, she robs him.
Yeah, and he just says, "Don't go dying on me." And then, she robs him. So he comes home, and he's just like, and Harry's just, "Where's the booze?" And he goes, "I was robbed by a little old lady on a cart. I didn't see it coming." And then this is where Harry's like,
his head fell off.
Petey's dead. What do you mean? Like, it's like, oh God, what happened? He goes, well, his head fell off. What? Well, he was pretty old.
I love that. And then this is where he just breaks down. And the weird thing is about this scene.
Yeah.
He, this is a serious,
It legitimately gets serious for a minute, because at first he's just like,
I have no one, I have nothing.
Hang on. Well, he starts out by just being like, hey, we should go to Aspen. He goes, oh, I see why you want to go to Aspen. You just want to go meet the girl give her a briefcase back. And he's like, yeah, so. And that's when he gets really fucking serious of like, I'm sick of being nobody. I'm sick of this dump. I'm sick of being nobody, and I'm sick of having nobody.
I'm just like, well, number one, why is this scene in this film?
Yeah, it really doesn't work. But at the same time,
because in the very last scene before this, you were in a cartoon cowboy hat with booze and a pinwheel buying Rhode Island slut.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But now you're literally at a window looking out, having a dramatic scene of just like, I have nobody, I have nothing.
To be fair, it is probably held together with probably Jeff Daniels' best comedic line in the whole film, where he's just like, after he goes, "All right, Lloyd, we can go," and he goes, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Thank you, really, you mean it?" And he starts crying. He's like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, let it out, have a good cry, yeah, that's good, yeah, let it all out." Okay, that's enough. That is one of the best delivered lines I've ever seen, and then it cuts away way too quickly, I think.
Well, plus the whole "let's go" where it's warm and the beer flows like wine. I don't know, the French are assholes. Which I'm like, where do you... Okay, I know where Lloyd thinks they're going.
Lloyd thinks they're in California.
Where the fuck does Harry think it is?
I have no idea. There are no French people.
Does he think it's in Canada?
I guess.
Like Montreal or whatever?
I guess.
But then that would make no sense because he said it's warm. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he thinks it is because there's no predominantly French-speaking area of the United States.
So we see that he's got some extra money, extra $25. He says because he sold Petey.
And he's like, "What did you sell?" He's like, "Oh, some marbles, some baseball cards." Petey, to who? The blind kid.
And then we get to a blind child.
He didn't even have a head. He's like, "I took care of it."
In a wheelchair, petting a dead bird with tape around its neck. And for a solid minute and a half, we get
pretty bird, probably want a cracker. I'm just like, pretty
Jesus.
Bird. Like, wow, that's fucking awkward.
And you get the henchman at the door, and gas man, and he thinks he's talking about him because he's like, they knew I had gas. Because the whole thing about Joe is that he's got an ulcer. He's got an ulcer. So he thinks these guys are professionals. What do you think he thought when he finally met them? Because this whole time leading up to this...
He thought they were playing.
Yeah.
Because he didn't think until they told him what they were doing. Because if you remember, he was right up in there until they were like, "Oh, we're just, this lady left a briefcase, we're returning it to her."
And then he realized, and
that's when he gets really happy.
So they're going for lunch. Mm-hmm. And Harry spills the salt.
And Lloyd's like, "You can't... it's such bad luck. You got to throw it over your left shoulder."
So he throws the
whole salt shaker.
Smack. What the hell?
Hits Seabass.
Boston Brewing great. Cam Neely. As Seabass rocks up to them. And we get, I think, one of the most iconic lines of the film. "Kick his ass, Seabass." Which I still hear at most wrestling events that I go to.
Yep.
He hucks in Harry's burger. Mm-hmm. And then just kind of just walks off.
Well, because what else? He took the food too. He's just like, "Do you want to eat that now?" He's like, No, you go ahead. So he grabs the food and eats it.
I know it's your steak.
I wouldn't fucking eat that. I was thinking about that when I was watching.
It's your own
there's
spit,
no
but I
fucking
still
way.
wouldn't eat it.
No!
If I spit on a burger, I'm not going to then proceed to eat it, but this guy looks dirty.
Yeah.
We find out how truly dirty Seabass is later.
Yes.
And in
the most awkward scene in the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, most out of place scene.
Uh-huh.
In a stroke of brilliance?
Yeah. He got smart a little.
Follow me, Harry. He walks over.
I got an idea. And he walks over. He's like, "Come with me." And he walks over and he's just like, "Hey, guys, we're sorry about the bad stuff. We want to buy you a round of beers to make up for it." And he says, like, "All right, bake it 3 Boilermakers." And they go, "Okay, cool." And they walk up and he goes, "The hell are you doing? We don't have that money." He goes, shut up, I got this." And he goes over to the waitress and just says, Seabass and those guys or feel bad about what happened. They want to pick up our check. And she goes, Seabass?
Yeah.
And she's like, and he's like,
he obviously frequents this place, and she's like, Seabass is an asshole.
Yeah. And then they go, like, that if that's Seabass, and he literally just like, yes, it's us. We want the beer. And he goes, oh, okay. And then they're like, this is going to work. So then they're like, oh, and put all this stuff on it, too. So they basically take everything on the counter, like all the snacks and shit like that.
They take off. Seabass goes out. I'm going to kill those guys.
Yeah. And they're going, and they're like, and Harry's just like, Lloyd, that's amazing. Where'd you hear about that? He's like, it's a movie. I saw it. And it's like... oh,
and they got away?
It's like, they got away scot-free, huh? And he goes, no! A couple miles down the road, they caught him and they slit their throats.
It's a great movie.
Harry's looking at him like, what the fuck, man? You're going to kill us and whatever.
So he's got to pee, but he can't stop because you just told him they're going to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
So he pees in, I think, 6 bottles.
6 bottles.
Because he keeps transferring them.
It is weird because, like, when he's peeing in it, he's just like, oh, God, it's not enough. I need you to get me another one. And Harry's like, well, fuck. Okay, and then he manages to grab him one more. Where are the rest of these coming from?
Off screen.
So, yeah, I guess.
Gets stopped by Toronto's own Harlan Williams.
In his first film role.
His most notable film role, I think, was Half-Baked.
No, I was going to say, yeah. I was like, not this. It'd be Half-Baked for sure.
So, he's funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where it's just like, good grandpa's medicine.
Yeah, it's like, it's the most fucking Canadian shit in the world. It's like, yeah, you're sucking on grandpa's old cough syrup.
Yeah.
Like, he is so fucking Canadian, he should not be the state trooper.
No, not in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and then he just sort of goes...
He drinks the beer.
Well, because I think he's just like, whatever, just taking a sip of beer. And he's like, I wouldn't do that, sir. He's like, shut up, you. And he takes a drink of it and just sort of goes, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, he makes like a weird noise.
I can't even do it.
I think he's calling it a
bunch
squirrel.
of clicking, yeah.
And then he's like, well, get the hell out of here. And then he barfs it up, I suppose. Mm-hmm. Get married with her parents and Nicholas, and you're like, oh, look, the bad guy of the film.
Yeah. It's like a little obvious.
Because when he shows up, you're like, well, you're dressed like a bad guy. Mm-hmm. Jesus.
Yeah. And I do like how they're all really worried, and the first thing he does is light a cigarette. I'm like, you're clearly the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone's all worried, and you're just sitting there like, casually lighting a smoke. I'm like, dude, you're not even pretending.
So Lloyd's driving and has, I think, was like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Across 3 scenes of a dream.
Yeah.
He returns Mary's briefcase. He lifts her up. He looks at her ass because she's wearing no panties because it's his dream.
Yep.
They're at dinner. He kung fu fights the entire staff.
Yeah, and then has like a big standoff with the cook.
Ripping the cook's heart out.
Yes. And then he's like having dinner with her family
and friends,
and like he's telling
and everyone
jokes.
loves them, and he lights a fart on fire,
and they love that too. And then he's on a bearskin rug because that's what you do
in Aspen.
Yeah, and they're kind of fooling around, and then he takes her shirt off, and then it pans down to where her boobs would be. It's headlights,
and then snap back to reality. Mm-hmm. Turns. Oh, do you want me to drive her all? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm awake.
Yep.
I'm like, that was a long scene.
That would have been 4 minutes. They would be dead.
Jesus.
Although, to be fair, it's a highway. If it's a straight stretch of land, they'd probably be fine.
I guess. Then Lloyd and Harry get into a hot tub. How much money did they have?
Apparently,
because I get it.
To be fair,
it's
that's
a rundown
shitty motel.
Yeah, with the honeymoon suite. They're both in the heart-shaped hot tub. Lloyd's listening to the couple next door have sex.
Yeah,
Harry's just watching television.
To be fair, this is probably a hooker hotel.
That's
you know
fair.
What I mean? Like they're paying $50 a night, maybe. You know what I mean?
In a mid-90s move, Lloyd basically accuses Harry of being
so gay.
Yeah.
You'd like it, you woman.
Yeah, and he uses derogatory terms.
Yeah, but then he sort of gets into it of like, you know, you'd really want this. I'm like,
yeah, that's the thing. He's just like, if you had breasts, I'd really give it to you. You'd lick it too.
I'd split you down the middle. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Whoa. Maybe drop the glass and stop listening to the people have sex. You're a bit horned up
actually,
right now.
To be fair, okay, so this is the last time I'll bring up the sequel. This is the only to me proves
this story.
The difference is
where Harry tells
because he tells him about Frida Felcher, but this is where the proof is of like what ends up one of the biggest scenes of Dumb and Dumber 2 is that they don't know what sex is.
Yeah.
In part 2.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean of how dumb it is. They don't know what they think is sex is not sex.
Which makes no sense because if they're looking for a daughter,
well, that's the big thing is she's not
their
daughter. That's the thing.
Right.
That's the joke. But that's what I mean is like that's just a little too stupid. You know what I mean? They clearly know what sex is